Hey everyone, so today is day 13, and today I've decided simply to talk about sport and fitness and how that's been for me over my life and what sort of stuff that I do. So, when I was a kid, I never really enjoyed team sports. I felt that it put a lot of pressure on me to do the right thing at the right time and not let people down. And certainly sports like football or cricket, I found difficult and I don't think I was very good at. And I guess that perpetuates itself. If you don't think you're very good, you don't play much more and then you don't get better. So that's how that was for me. Um, I actually did okay at rugby for a few years in secondary school. I think that's probably more so because I was maybe a little bit bigger than others in my year in the early years of secondary school. I was slightly older. I was one of the older kids in the year, so that helped, and I did enjoy doing that. And it was good fun for a few years. Um, Other sports that I've done, I got into squash a bit actually towards the end of secondary school. For a long time, I wasn't very good at it, but I went along to a club with some friends. I played it at school a little bit as well. And then one day it sort of clicked and I got better at it. It just sort of, I could hit the ball better. It just all sort of fell into place. And it's still a sport that I enjoy playing from time to time. Um, and I guess in my more adult life, I guess since then, I still have played a bit of squash, and I certainly got into running a lot. So since my mid 20s, I've ran a lot. I probably spent a good, 14, 15 years running regularly, and that was good for me. I got quite like speedy. I could do good pace running. you know. I ran a couple of half marathons. I think my best time was 1 hour 34:40. I think it was 40 seconds. So 1 hour 34. So I was pleased with that. And running's certainly a very solitary sport, so it's easy to sort of keep going with, persevere with, and seek to beat yourself. You're only beating one person, and it's your best time, really. So I've enjoyed that as well. But I did have a calf problem a couple of years ago, and it made me fearful of running because it would strain quite severely and unexpectedly. So I have pulled away from running in the last couple of years, which has been unfortunate. I would like to get back into it, and I've always wanted to run a marathon and never quite got around to it. Um, and then I guess recently, like during lockdown, I've been trying to keep fit and keep my weight low and not let myself put on too much weight. I've got into like some form of home fitness stuff. I was doing something called Insanity Max for about 3 months at the start of the year. And then recently I've started doing P90X, which is something I dabbled in about 12 or 13 years ago as well. But I'm trying to be committed to it and do every part of P90X. Um, yeah, it's certainly enjoyable. So I do like challenging myself with these sort of things, and I care to keep my weight off, etc. But I do kind of go up and down in weight. I have phases of, doing good stuff, eating well and exercising well, and then I sort of like stop the eating well bit, and put the weight back on. Um, so anyway, I just sort of wanted to share the sort of stuff that I've done over my life. What's been okay, what hasn't been so for me. There's no deep and meaningful story behind it. So yeah, that's what it's been for me. I think I'll continue this current, P90X stuff, and then after that, I'll see what I want to do afterwards. Hopefully, I can get back into running at some point. But yeah, that's sport for me. That's how it's been in my life, and just thought I'd share that.